is eye contact. It's eye contact. Today, anyone felt left out? Had anyone feel that I haven't looked at you? Alright, Wati? Do you feel that I engage with you? Very good, very good. Make sure we have eye contact throughout the audience. Even though you don't really contact because 3,000 people have to contact, but make sure your face is angled here and up enough, you're level enough to the audience at the back where Lillian is. For example, Lillian is the far end of this room, and make sure you have a good count, look and a short pause. That will do. Yes? And if you have a smaller group, also ensure that if you go walk near them, you do not want to stand too long so near and they got a sort of strain and you talk for the last 10 minutes, you walk away please, I'm a very bit stressed out. So if you stop at any audience at a close encounter, just for a minute, you got to move on. Okay? And if you ever have a smaller group of audience and you know that they are not really paying attention, what do? You walk to them. And then you pause there for a moment. And then you wonder. Then she will obviously feel that you are present. Right, so things like that, very subtle things that you can do. Okay, now using props and gadgets at presentation. I think at this modern era, we use a lot of PowerPoint, and make sure you're familiarized with the clicker, and make sure there's spare battery, alright? And whenever there's no more battery, you can change immediately. Or if you're in a hotel environment, make sure that you have a spare pair of battery for you as well. Alright? Open all the 5 senses. What are your 5 senses, ladies and gentlemen? What are your 5 senses? Yeah, exactly. Your eyes, your ears, your nose, your smell, your taste, your feel, your touch, all of that has to be fully activated when you are with the audience. If you are not fully activated, you're so engrossed with your own speech and you forgot to interact, engage with the audience, they will go to wonderland. You got to be with them all. Alright. Now, if you for every session, we will find time to interact with the audience. Ask questions. Make them do some activity and exercises. Then they will be able to retain a lot more learning from you. Okay? So these are very simple charts. I'm not going to go through that. Okay, use audio visual. Okay, I'm going to move into here. LCD projector is one of the main visual aids that we use. Now, there's some points that you want to remember. Who's more important, the screen or the audience? The audience. Now, you've got to familiarize with what you want to say and what you don't want to say. And then try to spend most of your time with the audience. And how do you spend most of your time with the audience? How do you spend most of your time with the audience? Eye contact. Eye contact. Your face is always turned to them. When your face is turned to them as you talk to them, it means you are with them. Alright? We always say this, when I talk to you, you don't look at me. You're so rude. Right now. So similarly, when it comes to training a presentation, you have to give them the best of attention. You have enough preparing when you speak. All you need to do is glance and then back to the audience. So your glancing will probably, you already know what's in the slide, and that slide over there is just to help you to remember what you need to, cover. That's good. Now make sure that it's all casted, make sure that you feel the screen properly. Anybody that's sitting down there could see your screen clearly. And if it is a smaller room, please do not walk past your projector. It's annoying to see your shadow, right? At the same time, we also like to use the whiteboard. So every now and then, if you're good in using whiteboard, go ahead and do so. Now when you do writing on the whiteboard, which side do you write? Which side do you stand? On the right side. Correct? It depends, yeah? Whether you're right-handed or left-handed. So you write from left to right. As a right-hander, you stand on this side, whether you call it right or left side, whichever side. Right meaning you only block with your hand. You don't want to stand this side. But if you want to stand this side, you don't block the whole screen. The whole idea is, if you can write this way, go ahead. The whole idea is you are not blocking, but you are writing. You got me? Okay. Split charts. Whiteboard similarly. Check sound system. It's straightforward. You check the sound system. Test. Microphone, handouts and printouts. Now the handout and printouts most of the time, it depends on the presenter whether they want to send out or distribute the handout in the beginning before you start, or you hand out after you start. All right, it all depends on your preference. Most of the time, Bernard and I, we like to give the handouts just after we have started with our openings and so on, then we will give out the handouts so that we would be able to get the audience to stay with you, to listen to you, then flipping the handouts before you speak. Okay? All right, when you are rich and famous, when you're famous or when you needed to have some marketing material to market yourself and your company and your product and so on, you can also prepare some of these banners to be displayed outside the room or inside the room. Now, some trainers like to use some posters as well. For example, quotations and so on, that they pin up around the room. You can do that as well, but that will be probably in the future that you need so. But on these coming ones, if this is just an idea. If you like, you can have that to have some of the pinouts, the posters. And the next one on the visual aid would be items or objects. Items or objects. Let me see. Some of the titles, cancer picture is not so nice to use as a prop. What's the topic again? Okay, now in the sales idea, if you do have something to use as a prop, you may want to just take that with you. Do you have anything in the back of your mind? A bag. Okay, so you can use the bag and make sure that you hold up high enough to show the audience. Don't block your face, but like that and like that. Because you're going to hold it this high. Yeah, hold it this high so it talks. I've just had a word with Sean here. Yeah, Sean Yap, it says in his speech of the sales, great sales techniques that he's going to share. He has got a bag as a prop. And if you have a bag as a prop, when you show the audience, make sure you hold it high. But if some people show it like this, they don't want to do, oh, this covered my face, so I put it down. When I put it down, then the back audience couldn't see. So when you put it up on the outside, and then move this side. You don't need to do this. This also block the face, right? You go like this, and like this. So or you can turn like this to this. You can move the body as well. So using a real object as your prop as a visual for your presentation. So far so good?
Yes.
Right, this part is Bernard's part. And at this juncture, I want interaction with you. I've covered all my theories. All right, what have I covered so far?
Yes.
What have I covered so far?
Everything.
Tell me what have I covered so far?
Sunrise.
Sunrise. Yes, very good. Sunrise. All right. How do I begin?
Opening.
Opening. What do I say about opening? Impactful. And what do I say about that impactful? What can you do for
Long-lasting.
long-lasting? A long-lasting, impactful opening. What else can you do? Or from the opening. What else can you do to create the impact? A song, yes. Right, like I started a joke which started the whole world crying. What else? A song. What else? What else? Action. Dance. Right? Props. Okay? Yeah? No sorry. You don't have to apologize. A joke. That's right. Very good. Story. Music. Okay? Good. Short Kong. Remember I asked you earlier, how do you want to start? And then you said you're thinking. And now have you thought? Story. Very good. Story. Story. Then I say story must not be too long. Alright? And you have got a twist and then an impact. Alright? With the rhapsody. So right. How long is best for a story? 1 minute. Right. Very good. Then I say from the stickman we have already the head. Then we say next the body. The body. What kind of thing have I shared with you about the body? How many structure? How many structure? How many examples that you have?
I remember.
Okay, Simon Templar. I come back to you, Simon Templar. Alright, the body, I gave you some options, remember? Option about the structuring the body. How many types I share with you? A, B, C, D, E. Five. So what's A? A is how many points? 3 main points, support by? No. 3 main points, support by 2 or 3 sub-points. Maximum can do 9 points only, because a human memory cannot take too many points home. So you have to structure that. And that's structure A, suitable for how long a speech? 30 or longer, 30 minutes or longer. Very good. Now then, what is B? Where's structure B? For a slightly shorter, and how does structure B work? 3 points, and get to speak the 3 points immediately. Yes? Alright. What is C? Yeah, storytelling, beginning till the end. Yes, who, where, how, when, why. Yes, very good. Right, and structure D. What's that? Article sharing and supporting. Okay, very good. And E? No specific logical way, but you have got all the points, and I share something important called acronym. Alright, acronym. You know what's acronym? How to spell acronym? A-C-R. Very good. A C R O
N
M N
S.
Acronym.
Or A-C-R-O-N-Y-N, correct?
Yeah, acronym. So acronym meaning you think of all your points and pick one letter from it and then make it a word that's easy to remember, and that will help you with the sequence of your presentation points. Are you with me? Okay. Right, so there's 5 different structures. So have you thought through a little bit which structure you're going to use for your body? Amran, which structure you think your speech you have prepared to and fit? Your speech is for how many minutes, Amran? 15. 15. How many points? 6 ideas. 1 idea. 15 minutes. Would you want to increase, just split that 1 idea to 3? Oh. Okay, so you're going to use the most strong level, which is structure C. C. I think most of C or D structure. Sales idea. Sales idea, we have got a couple of points. Yeah, so how many points, how many sales ideas do you share? 1 sales idea.
One topic. One topic like this. 2 ideas are there.
So I think yours is like a C or a D. Very straightforward. Straightforward is could be a C. to see who, where, what, how, and then you support with the story and so on. So it's a C structure. Okay? What structure are you going to use? No slide. Yours is what, 15 minutes? 15 minutes. How many points do you have? 7 points. 7 points. Or we take you through the practical in the afternoon. Yes. Yes. Okay, page. Right. I just shared one, I remember. Thank you for reminding me. This is my little own way of getting to know the audience before I prepare my speech. I always use a acronym called PAGE. P is always the profession, age, the age group, obviously, G, gender, E is the educational background. As well as the experience, if you want to use it here as well. So you won't miss out a bit of background of your audience profile. This is how I pick up for their age.
Alright, show of hands, how many of you are more confident right now? So now you have your all the ingredient, right? You can pour in the salt. Can you hear me from the back without the mic?
Yeah. Let me tell you, they make my day.
You make your day. Nice.
Yeah.
Now, just now, Joey was asking me, is it possible for her, because I think she's a good singer. She wanted to put a song singing. Can I sing? I say, if you're a good singer, by all means, if you're 30 minutes, because a speaker that can really sing, 100% will capture attention. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. But if you sound like a frog, if you sound like a frog, please now, don't sing now. Okay? Yeah, she may want to sing. I say by all means, but if you cannot sing, don't sing. Because singing is really a powerful tool to grab attention. Okay? Now, what we're going to do right now, we are going to go into your coursework. I want you to do your opening. Yeah? You remember the positioning method? The two enrolling questions. And then you thank the audience. And then the WIIFM. Remember? Okay, I want you to do that. I want you to script it up. Example, let's say I'm talking about achieve your MDRT in 3 months' time. So my question would be, I just go up to the stage, the MC will say, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Bernard! So I come up, no! When I come up, right, I don't come up like this. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Bernard! No. Okay? I'm coming out in such a way, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Bernard! I'm going to run, I'm going to look at them. How many of you today you want to achieve your MDRT in just 3 months? Raise your hands, please. First question. How many of you would not want to make it as fast? No, only 3 months, but only 2 months. Okay, these are enrolling questions. So when I come up to the stage, Lee Chong Wei, you know who's Lee Chong Wei?
Yeah.
Okay. Linda? Yeah. Okay, you compare these two players. I know Lee Chong Wei just retired. Okay? But if you compare these two players, when they come to the stadium, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Lindan. You observe how he comes up. He takes his jacket. He do this. Okay. Lee Chong Wei. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Lee Chong Wei. He takes his racket. Yes, you observe him. Okay? Yeah, some say he's shy lah, you know. He doesn't have the kind of gusto, all this and that. It is all on the inside of the mind. Alright, same representative is the same. So when you come up, even though inside your heart like, you know what I mean? Fake it till you make it. It doesn't matter. I know you freaked out, you get scared. Oh, my turn. Slap yourself, all this and that. When you go up, look at them. Hey! Okay, this is what real class speakers do. They also freak out. Yeah, they also freak out. It's just that they do it while they are fearful. Got it? So now when you go for your annual MDRT speak session, you look at the speakers, they look super calm. But deep down inside there, oh shit. Okay? So everyone is normal. If you feel full, it's normal. It's okay. Alright? And another way how to actually capture your attention is that, normally we come up from the side. Right? So you are seated, isn't it? So ladies and gentlemen, my name is Sean. Let's welcome Sean to share with you how to, what's the title? MDRT speaks to be the top sales agent. So me as Sean, I will come up, I don't talk. Straight away I capture and they really look at me with 100%. For example, this Sean, I don't talk. You mean it, trust me. Yeah, what happened? Now this is a bit psychology. Huh? One audience represents the entire audience. So when I go to him, and when I touch him, I touch everybody. And when I say, you're gonna make it big, I'm telling everybody, you're gonna make it big. Then, can you see your eyes moving? Can you see?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's the secret. One of the ways you use if you're confident. If you're not confident, don't use. If you're not confident, you go to him. Hey, say it.
How are you?
Oh. Only you do it when you're confident, alright? If you're not confident, use back whatever I show you the openings. Now, take out your coursework, your title, and I want you to draft your positioning method on the page. Open to page 8. Page 8. Okay. We will actually practice this positioning method because after this, all of you will become a bit like robot. You are going to be the same, but if you want to modify it, then you go back and choose your own opening method. But for this practice, we're going to choose positioning method. Is it okay? Is it okay or not? Thank you. Good. Now, I want you to think about your 2 questions. Because your topic cannot be the same as your friend's topic. It is impossible to have the same question. You cannot copy. So think about it. 2 questions that you want to enroll them. You want to bring them in. Simple. Yeah? You don't ask, okay, a show of hands, how many of you want to know about this way and a system that has been used by a lot of agents and also agency, and then used by the great-grandfather, and the great-grandfather passed down to the son. And that's a long question. No, the question has to be short, precise, straight to the point. The question can be funny or it can be serious. Can be. But it has to be short. Okay, good. What is the second step? You got your first 2 questions. First 2 questions, then the second is appreciation moment. Okay. What do you say? Now, very simple. How do you appreciate people? How do you appreciate? You say what? Thank you, right? You say right, you say right. But how do you say in such a way that it is addressed to everybody? That's correct for body language. The structure, word structure, how do you structure the word? For example, before I begin, I want to thank you so much for your time, for being here, and your effort that you've taken. That's one. Okay? Second is that, before I kick off, I just want to say by you guys being here, it simply tells me that you are serious and you want to be the best. For that, give yourself a big, big round of applause. You can say that. How many of you read this book called The Secrets of a Millionaire Mind by T. Half Acre? Halfway, eh? Okay, this method, it is a method that's been created by T. Half Acre. They generate almost 100% of response. But of course, we skip a few to make it more practical for MDRT Day.
For instance, my topic is the art of sales as a millennial, correct? So I thought of starting off by actually going to the crowd, of course, the introduction and stuff. And then I want to ask, how many of us here actually are millennials?
Okay.
Okay? Then after that, I'm sure, based on my topic, maybe most of it are. But if you're not, I say not to worry, I'll make a joke. I'm not going to ask your age, but how many of us have children as millennials or grandchildren as millennials?
Sure.
Can I ask these type of questions for opening?
Okay, you're clear about what this question is? As long, it is best that your question is linked to your topic.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Right. You can also ask questions to warm them up.
Yeah.
Example, because the session is going to be after lunch, right?
Correct.
Oh, you're going to have a bath time. Yeah, but don't worry. I'm going to give you some questions to wake them up, okay? Yeah. Question like to press them up. Now, how many of you that you're feeling sleepy here after lunch? Then people, they will laugh, all this and that. Okay, then they will raise their hand and laugh at you. Okay, the question is to prep them. However, your question can be for the topic as well.
Then after you can address them and tell them not to worry. I mean, thank you for being here. Not to worry. My topic not only benefits us as millennials, but it also relates to the general public of how actually the art of sales. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Question, that's good.
Would you like to get more sales ideas to achieve your MDRT?
Okay, that's the first one, right? The second one.
There's no harm to get more ideas, right?
Make it better.
Would you like to get more ideas in your pocket?
Good. That's a good one.
Do you want to know how to remember 36 illnesses in 5 minutes time?
Good. That's the first one.
Ada om tak?
Ada. Two.
When you need the money the most the time, that is CI insurance is there.
No, that's the same one.
No. How? The illnesses is the income replacement. How to ask?
You can make it fun, like, who is your faithful partner when you need the most money? I mean, you know what I mean? You can ask that.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be 36 CI to pay you, right?
Yeah.
You can ask that. Make it funny or make it...
Yeah. Faithful partner.
I mean, that's like sample, okay, you can ask.
I'm listening, catchy.
Okay.
Catchy, right?
Who is your faithful partner when you need the money the most?
No.
No.
Would you want to have? That means they want to engage you. I want to have. So you want them to bring sense. So they realize, would you want to have a faithful partner?
Faithful partner.
Faithful partner to pay for your critical illness bill.
When you need the money the most.
Can also, you need the money. I'm sure they say yes one, guarantee. Who do want, give me money to pay for my CI? So the trick is, guys, the question has to be a question that Tom, Dick, and Harry also will say yes. Because we want them to engage. We want to enroll them. Because we want them to sit by the side and fold their hands and, okay, Michelle, we want that. We want them to pull them in. So question that, for example, very simple. Would you want to be healthy? Hey, who wants to be healthy? Correct. They will be like, yeah. Then another question, do you want to have the easy way to be healthy. Yeah, easy way. I don't go to the gym, I don't exercise. So this kind of question is to pull them in. You have not shared your topic yet.
How about like say the question becomes like to get that agreed, everyone will agree one.
Yeah, that's the one. Your one is CI, right?
My one CI.
36 CI. What's the better name?
Everyone in lifetime should claim CI one.
Sure claim, right?
Sure one.
So it's very common sense, right now. Yeah.
So how we put it in the agreement and the everyone agreement? The question that everyone agreed. Everyone should claim one.
Yeah.
Lifetime. But how to put it in the question and they agree everyone.
Do you agree?
Not really ask you to agree. What you do, okay, I go advance. You have to ask with the body language. Okay, I'll be the presenter. I come up, I'm telling you. Okay. Now, how many of you would like to have money to pay for your 36 critical illness when the time comes? Okay. So, common sense, right?
No, maybe.
No impact. No impact. It's a monotonous.
That's the thing. The impact comes later. We want to root them in first. They are with us. It doesn't matter whether we speak loud or soft. As long they raise their hand, they are with you. It's something like icebreaker. But we don't call it icebreaker to engage. You see what happened? If let's say you don't know me today, okay, then this morning I ask you, how many of you want to learn the secrets of superstar speakers? Then all of you raise hand, isn't it?
Yeah.
All of you, right? Why? Because I know all of you want to learn. And it's very common sense that everybody wants to learn. So I look at me already. Second question is that how many of you want to influence from the stage? All of you will have the stage right.
Yeah.
So it's common sense that you want to influence right. And you will raise hand. Now what happened after these two enrolling questions? Are you on my side?
Yes, definitely.
So once you're on my side, you're on my train and I'll bring you along. Got it? So that's the psychological part. That's why I asked you to question. Cool? Cool, huh?